being alone is kind of lit.
Being alone? Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, I want to date somebody and get married and have a family, but like right now, I'm in my prime.
Yeah, don't put yourself on the back burner for nobody. And we all dealing with our own like individual traumas and stuff like that. I know the work I've done on myself, but when you incorporate somebody else and the stuff that bothers them, like it'll end up changing you. Like you can't bring the same people around because those energies are gonna interact negatively. They might have issues with their family. They see you with your family and it brings stuff up, and now you gotta hear about it, and all I want to do is make this goddamn turkey.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Fannita. I got a podcast, the show before the club. This is where we sit, chat, talk, and we drink. Bottoms up. Woo-hoo. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Bottoms Up with your favorite. She's sexy, she's black, she is me, and I'm wearing a pink headband today. And today, I have a childhood hunk, a crush, a lover, someone who is handsome, multifaceted, extremely talented. He was on a couple of our favorite shows growing up. It is Daniel Curtis Lee.
Yo.
Boom, 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 boom.
We in
now,
here.
guys, you may recognize him from the one, the only Declassified School Survivor Guide.
Let's get it.
Daniel, how are you doing? Can I call you Danny? Let's get comfortable.
Danny? Okay, go ahead.
Do you have a nickname?
Nickname, growing up, people called me Dan Curtis, so my family called me Dan Curtis. That's my middle name.
Dan Curtis, so Dan.
Dan.
Okay,
yeah.
Dan. I'm gonna call you Dan.
Cool.
Tell me how you doing today? How you feeling?
Vibing. It's a good day. Good
Period.
day. Yeah.
How was it being on Declassified?
How was it? I mean, so many years ago.
Give me the real tea. Give me the real tea.
So many, the real tea. I mean, you know, good times, man. I come from like small town Mississippi. That was one of my first like big projects, my first starring roles or whatever. You know, and it was just really hanging out with your friends. You know, we did school and stuff like that. It's nothing too crazy.
So no, wait a minute. I heard there was some crazy shit happening. You're not about to skip over that.
You know, I
But
think
were you
my
involved in the
co-stars
sexcapades behind the scenes?
In the sexcapades?
Yeah, behind the scenes.
No sexcapades for me. I was a kid, man. I was a kid.
So you was actually just coming to work.
I was going to work.
Yeah, you was going to work. You was
I
going
had my
home.
Suit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, so September marked the 20th anniversary of Declassified.
20 years, yeah.
Have y'all done any? Did y'all do anything to celebrate?
Not specifically, this 20 years, nothing specific, honestly. We had a lot of paperwork that we had to fill out. A lot of legal stuff was going on right there. So we were busy with that.
Yeah. How's the show change your life?
What, Ned's Declassified?
Yeah.
Changed my life. You know, I think it broadened my horizons. I got a chance to meet a lot of great, artists, creators, and visionaries like Scott Fellows, man. He created that project, and it has had such a lasting impact on so many people. And so I was really inspired by that, the fact that one man could have a vision, pull together a team of a bunch of skilled people, and manifest something amazing like that show. So that's kind of pushed me into my own like directing roles, even just being able to get that behind the scenes perspective of entertainment and find work for myself in it, doing the same thing.
So when you were on the show, you started acting when you were 7 years old. Tell me how that was like. Was it weird being like a kid and like pretending to be? I feel like if I was a kid, I could not be a child actor because I feel like I wouldn't know how to act as a kid. You know what I mean? Is it hard?
You don't really know. Like you really hit the nail on the head right there. Because as a kid, you just showing up being yourself in most cases. Like you'll learn the lines and stuff. Your parents kind of coax you to, okay, yeah. If you do this, we'll give you a little Snickers bar. Whatever it is. To get you to do it, but you're really being yourself in a lot of those scenarios. So, it wasn't too hard.
What did you start out doing? Were you doing like plays? Were you doing commercials?
Plays. Started out with plays. So my mom was always shy. Never wanted her kids to be shy. She put like my older sister and older brother in these community plays.
So she's introverted.
She would consider herself that. You around her and she's with people she loves. She can be big energy, but for the most part, she's just kind of sitting back, let everybody else talk. Yeah. She observing. So
do you remember your first play?
First play, I think it was like The Prince and the Pauper or something like that.
What is that?
It's like it was like an old book, I think, but it was also a stage play about, I don't know, some royal family, I think it was a prince who wanted to be poor. He wanted to experience what it was like to be poor.
It's like the reverse of like Aladdin.
I could be wrong. ChatGPT checked me on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you pretty much reverse, yeah.
Outside of that, then what was your like, how did you like elevate from doing plays and what was next?
Well, it was really my brother that kind of kicked it off for our family to make that move from Mississippi. Because I was like a background. I was like ensemble cast in that. He had a larger role, my brother. But there happened to be a casting director from 20th Century Fox. I forget her name. I think it was like Francine Thomas or something like that. But they were shooting a film called My Dog Skip with Frankie Muniz, and
love him.
Yeah,
Loved him.
Malcolm in the Middle, all that. He's great.
Amazing.
But they were shooting that film in our hometown, Clinton, Mississippi. Like we lived in the sticks, like super rural area, and they just so happened to come and attend that play. And she was like, "Yo, this kid looks like he could fit for one of these characters." They asked if he could come and audition, and my parents were reluctant. Like, who's this random woman? Y'all shooting a movie in Clinton, Mississippi?
Bro, I feel like every time casting directors reach out to you, it's so sketchy. It's almost like it's like a porn producer.
Because it could be. Yeah, some people get those calls.
It's always a weird message, and it's like, are you really?
Are you who you say you are?
Like, for real?
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all are children, so I know your mom was definitely like, hold on.
Oh yeah, skeptical. But yeah, they my brother went and did that audition, and he booked the role. Well, no, you know what? First of all, it was like a waiting period. Hollywood, especially traditional media back then, was weird. We ended up waiting, I think, like 6 months before they called back. So my family's like, oh yeah, that was a sham. I don't know what
they lied.
They lying. But 6 months later, they're like, yeah, so we need you to come to wardrobe. That's always the first call that you get, or at least that I get, is that wardrobe will call you. And it's like, wait, we didn't even see all the contract and stuff like that. And then we get the calls from the producers and everything, like, oh, here's the paperwork, yada, yada. But he worked that project and then did a couple other little things. And I was like a background character in whatever, any commercials that he would do in like Mississippi or New Orleans or whatever, I would go and just be a background actor. My dad would always be like, okay, yeah, my son can do it as long as my younger son can also get in. The Wayans family, trying to do it like that. Family,
everybody get put on.
Kick the dough down, man. So that's how I got into it. And then we moved out to California for like more opportunity. And my brother had an audition for this Ice Cube film, Friday After Next.
Yes.
And Cube was there, and he saw me. They hadn't found the kid that they wanted for this like role or whatever. And he's like, "Yo, bring this homie in. Let's check it out." So we read the lines and whatever. And then I booked Friday After Next, the character of Bad Boy Number 2.
Okay, period. So tell me about how did you feel when you landed like the role of Cookie? Like, how did you feel like as a kid being like, dang, like I'm about to be on TV and everybody? I bet that was lit because like the honeys was about to be on you, like your whole world was about to change, and you was gonna be on Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon was hot
at that time. Yeah, it was like, the move.
Like basically, landing a Nickelodeon or a Disney show back then, you were a celebrity.
Well, because that's what you cared about too. It's like I love watching these shows. I loved all that at the time. All these kids shows. So it was dope. And when you had a Disney or Nickelodeon audition, it was a big deal. But I remember I put in a lot of work on those auditions. I went to like 3 different callbacks. Made it to the like final round. And then we hear that the show got picked up and I didn't get cast. And I'm like, oh, dang, okay, on to the next one. I'm like, I really felt like I had something there. But they had casted it and they went and shot the pilot episode. So, when that happened, you just got to forget it.
Yeah.
Start auditioning for the next roles. And then they had this like kind of, I want to be honest about it, but they had this
be
like
honest. This is Bottoms Up.
Bottoms Up. We got to be honest, man. But MTV was trying to change up the rotation a little bit. They hadn't been hiring that many, African Americans, ethnic, individuals.
As they tend not to.
So
but we love a DEI.
I mean, sometimes, hey, it's Trump era right now, so it's hard. But
hey, back in the day, we love being a diversity hire.
But yeah, because it was the only way to get in.
Yeah.
Then, you know what I'm saying? So they checked it out. They were like, okay, we got to audit this. Okay, y'all didn't hire enough ethnically diverse people. Yeah, black people. So let's try it again. If anybody comes up and they're actually skilled, we're gonna have a different governing body to also assess, are y'all picking the best person for the job? And we went back, same thing, like 3 different auditions, and then we went to
they called you back for another audition once MTV got wind of it.
After they filmed the pilot already. They had filmed the pilot. I think they aired the pilot and everything, and it tested well. But then they were like, no, we got to open this thing back up because there ain't no way y'all picked just these people, So we went back in, and it ended up that I was the best person for the job according to them, and they locked me in. So
they screwed you.
They screwed me, and then it's like, okay,
they're like, all right,
it's tough.
Okay, so what did you have to do to prepare to be Cookie, or were you like, was Cookie just like a part of you? Like, do you feel like you had to separate yourself from the character, or was like that always? It's like you and Cookie are like the same person.
Cookie's optimistic spirit, I think that was all me. Like, it's still, I try to carry that with me. Cookie was wild because he didn't let social norms hold him back. Like, if he thought it was a good idea, he's like, oh yeah, I can make an invention to facilitate this, and he would lock in and build whatever app he needed to, and make it happen. So yeah, I feel a little bit of that.
Would you have been friends with Cookie in real life?
I think for sure. Like, he was a little bit like
weird.
Like it'd be like, hey,
strange.
fam, you gotta dial it back when we go to the party. But he was cool. I would have rocked with him.
All right, I don't know nothing about TV. So tell me about like what was it like filming? So how was the filming set up? Did y'all film like was it months out of the year, or was it like every week, every day? Like how often were you on set? And how long did it take to film like one episode? Did y'all film it all in a day, or how was it?
So one episode was like a week.
Really?
Yeah, one
episode.
It's like
a week to film one episode? 30 minutes?
Yeah, I mean most shows, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Most
shows. I don't know nothing.
You gotta have all the scene setups. Make sure your lights are good and everything. Props, everything gotta be there. So switching from one set to the next, it does take a good amount of time. Our show was like 22 minutes. It's 22 minutes of actual final product that you have 8 minutes for the commercials.
Damn. Like, thinking back on that, 8 minutes for commercial is crazy.
It's wild, It's like y'all was skimping out. We didn't get our full 30 minutes.
Seriously, though.
So, yeah, it took about a week. And we would do like 4 weeks on. And then we would do like 1 week off. And then another 4 weeks on.
And you were going to school simultaneously.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, like, folks don't understand. Like, most of our time on set was in school. Like, they would have you go to school like not first thing in the morning.
Would it be like a set school, like the studio school, or how was it? What is it?
It's like they take one of the rooms that's not being used for the set.
So and they bring the teachers to y'all.
They bring the teachers to us, yeah. Okay. So they assigned like a teacher, and like a guardian. So that same teacher is also with you whenever you're doing like stunts and stuff like that, looking out for your well-being and whatnot.
Okay, period. So did you like your teacher?
Oh yeah. Hey. No. My last few teachers I loved. Who was it? I think Scott Plimpton. Great dude. Learned so much from this homie, man. And I'm still good friends with him to this day. But when I first got cast, we had this teacher that she was archaic. Like she was
Miss Trunchbull?
Terrible, man. She was throwback to kind of old.
Like ruler handout, that type vibe.
That type of energy, and she actually fumbled big. Like she said some wild stuff to me at one point, singled me out.
Do tell. What did she say?
I'm not I hate to go to the race thing, but it is a real thing. And when you're dealing with older people, especially, she was having flashbacks to way back in the 20s and 30s or wherever she was from, and
she's like, there's something about you I don't like, and
I can't quite put my finger on it.
Quite put my finger on it. There's something about you I don't like. So what did you say? Come on, what? Come on, give us.
Well, no, it was more just singling me out. My two other co-stars, they rambunctious, running, tearing up the schoolroom, and I'm a little Mississippi polite boy. It's my first time I'm trying to impress everybody. And she wouldn't say nothing to them, but she would lay into me the moment I stood up and wanted to go to the bathroom or something like that. And I'm like, yo, whoa, this is a
lot
uncomfortable. But luckily, my dad picked up on it, but also Devin's mom. She came into the room one day and was like, oh, y'all tripping. This ain't gonna fly. Yo, no, she got to go yesterday. And so we had her removed,
As you should.
I didn't know I had that power. Like, I'm here, I'm like, I'm not trying to bother nobody.
Because she's not really it's not like it's like a school where she's on tenure. Like, she's not really your teacher.
No, yeah, you shouldn't be replaced like that.
Girl, you're the talent. You can't talk to you can't talk to me like this.
Hey, and I didn't really know that at that time. I'm just trying to appease everybody.
And it's because you're a child and she's an authority figure and she's an adult. Exactly.
Yeah, I was saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, because you from Alabama too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's
up. You can't ever challenge an adult.
Yeah, no.
Especially being from the South. So whatever they say, it is what it is. So do you feel like having your parents there to advocate for you helped you a lot with being a childhood star?
Oh, yeah, I don't know how somebody could make it like this industry. Foul. It can be foul real quick, especially when there's stardom attached to it. So you need a familial person with your best interest there. And even sometimes family ain't always gonna cut it. You need somebody with your best interest at heart.
Sometimes a lot of the child stars parents be in it for the money too.
Trying to really, and they'll do whatever at the expense of the
and
child.
It's so sick. Will you ever let your kids be a child star?
I'm not into it, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie.
It's too much dark shit that be happening behind closed doors.
There's
too many cases of kids coming out of the woodwork
saying this happened, that,
this happened, and then their mental health is like forever.
Yeah. It's and there's no reason. Like, there's just too much evidence that it has been detrimental.
Yes.
To where I'm like, I wouldn't even try to have my children involved in that. Like, if I'm producing some type of content for them or whatever, like perhaps, but it's not in me to long for that for them. No.
So how long were y'all in school for versus like filming? Were y'all in school like 8 hours like regular school day?
Well, it depends how busy you were. Some days, like if I had like a bunch of like gadgets that Cookie had to work with or a bunch of scenes, all I would get is my like 3 hours minimum, and then I'm out. But you could spend the whole day. You could spend 8 hours in school.
Okay, so how was your did you have friends outside of your castmates growing up too? Like,
oh yeah.
Was it hard to have like good friendships?
Me, man, I had a lot of homies. You
was popular.
It's different than school. Like if I was at school every day, that would be a different vibe. But also my parents made sure that I stayed in public school.
Oh, okay.
Most of.
Oh my God, were you like a celebrity when you went to school?
But everybody's doing their own thing. Like, they'll like fawn over you right quick. Oh, yo, he's here. But then, okay, you're gonna see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're gonna see me the day after that. Okay.
Did you ever go to high school, or did you ever go to public school out in LA?
Yeah.
Was that different from Mississippi?
It was definitely different for sure. Like, I was a lot. I wasn't in a bunch of like fights and whatnot, but I remember my politeness, like that, it just wasn't flying. Like the kids was like trying to pick at the yes ma'am, no ma'am thing. So I had to, find that. Okay, this West Coast, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a little bit more cutthroat.
Aggression.
Yeah.
But then I'm talking about like I was in second and third grade type thing, making the adjustment. So it was cool after like fourth grade or whatever.
So you like LA?
Yeah, LA is cool in my book. I mean, there's some superficial like aspects of it, but you don't have to surround yourself with those people.
Exactly. That's what I always say is like, yes, LA can be fake, but like I haven't encountered nobody fake. But it's also like it's up to you to have proper discernment on who you have around in your life. So if you surround yourself with a bunch of fake people, then yes, it's gonna be fake. But for me, it's like I have my community, and like I feel like once you build your community in LA, that's when LA is fun. Once you have like your friends, and then y'all make plans, and y'all can do things, and y'all can hang out, that's when it's the most fun.
Yeah.
What'd you do for Thanksgiving? Did you go home?
No, my fam came out actually, and we went up to Santa Clarita. My brother, he's been, adding to his family. I got 5 beautiful nieces.
Oh,
so
gee. Tell him to get off her.
I mean, yeah.
Get off her, 5?
Hey, he want that son. He's pushing for a son.
5 daughters?
5 daughters, man. 5 daughters.
So you think he's gonna keep trying till you get a son?
Oh yeah. No, these leads don't play, man. He want that son. Yeah.
He want the legacy.
I mean, and the ladies are so lovely, but
when are we gonna get a lead from you?
A lead from me?
Yeah.
Ooh, we gonna see, man. I still got a couple things I want to accomplish before.
Okay.
Before I pop them out.
Jumping back into Declassified, my favorite show. That show was so fun. Hey. I always felt like that show, that would probably be that, Drake and Josh, and Zoe 101 would be the top 3 shows that I want to be on.
Okay,
like because like Declassified, it really had a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? It had the kooky characters. It had somebody black.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was fun. And I felt like it was like a real representation of what school was like then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It had the bullies, had the mean kids, and then also had my blonde bombshell with a little basketball.
Seth Powers.
Yes,
Alex Black.
It had eye candy. It had drama. It had romance. I'm not gonna lie. Neds gave it to us.
Hey, turn up.
Neds gave us everything. So how the hell did something like the Fairly Odd Parents and Ned's Declassified doing a crossover show? How did that happen?
How did that happen? It felt random, right?
Random as hell.
So the creator, Scott Fellows, great dude. Like, he's awesome. We working on some stuff with him right now. It's great. But he's just awesome. A grade A guy. He was a writer on Fairly Odd Parents. So he had a connect. Like, we were getting no nods from like Nickelodeon execs. They were all Dan Snyder, and they would send all their resources to Dan Snyder. Scott Fellows over here trying to carve out his own little, I don't want to say empire, but his own little world there. And he was like, yo, I got to pull out all the stops. We're going to do a crossover episode. Ned's Declassified is already kind of cartoonish, right? We do 2 11-minute episodes in one, and it's wacky. Slapstick.
Yeah.
So he figured, he was like, I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to do a crossover episode, and he made it happen.
Okay, how was it? Did you enjoy it?
I mean, it was cool. You know, the part I didn't love was I was in like a watch the majority of that episode.
Oh,
So
damn.
I felt like, I didn't really get to do too much. But
What did you think about the other shows that were going on at the time? Did y'all have like a little rivalry? Was it like y'all on set when y'all walked by at lunch?
we were
like,
kids, man.
Yeah.
We were kids. And like I'm saying, we were ostracized. They had us all the way out in Burbank. We wasn't
So
even
y'all
at
was like the Nickelodeon's like
Stepchild.
redheaded stepchildren. Yes.
Stepchildren. Yeah, they did us cold, bro. They love some Dan Snyder, and I'm like, I don't get why y'all jocking this dude like that.
But y'all show was successful. So even after it was a success, like they still treated y'all like shit, or
well, they were trying to appease Dan Snyder, man.
and he wasn't rocking with y'all.
Well, he was rocking with him. He was rocking with him and whatever business.
Because at the time, a lot of the shows on there were Dan Snyder, right?
Oh yeah, Dan Snyder's Bakery, everything.
Yes.
Yep.
Sheesh. So you remember Lisa, the love of your life?
Yeah. Rachel Sibner, such a beautiful woman. She has a great family. Her little baby Emma. She's great, man. I love them. Her whole family's great.
So she was your love interest on Declassified, but you know what I'm saying, you was playing hard to get for her 2 seasons, but she came back with her braces off, looking like a baddie.
Back. Yeah.
Season 3.
Glow
how
up.
did that like for you to have your like real love interest and you were pursuing her? How did that change like the dynamic of your character? Or the dynamic of y'all's relationship too on the show, from being like ill girl to being like, wait a minute.
I mean, it wasn't that crazy. Me and her had a very sweet relationship. She's a dear friend, even now to this day. So it didn't really change much. I like the story arc that she got a nod to where she could present herself not as like the sniffly girl, because that playing those characters can bleed into your real world reality.
And also, I feel like sometimes, especially with like public perception, you start to believe it, like, and then people only see you in this character, so then they only attribute certain things to you, and so she's probably thinking like, am I this like dirty like girl? Like,
is that how they see me? Why did they cast me as this?
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine, like, I always think about like when somebody has like audition as like the ugly person or something. Like, do they come in as like, I'm auditioning for like ugly person? Like, you
it's like fat bastard number 2. It's like you're perfect.
Like, how do auditions like that really work?
Yeah.
I would be like, what you mean? Like, so you're going to be the ugly bitch that comes in at the club that gets rejected and gets a drink thrown on her.
Hey, it's like, I'll take the money, but dang.
Showbiz, babe.
That hurts. Okay.
I am insecure now. Like, that's just do you feel like you develop insecurities from being on Declassified?
Ooh, that's interesting. Subconscious or conscious, I think is the real question. But subconsciously, probably, playing a nerd on TV. Yeah. Like,
But you were still like handsome though.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Course.
But, you go, like you said, going back to like high school and stuff like that, you would have homies like try you, but I played football, so, it was,
like,
they had enough something coming.
I'm cookie, but I'm not cookie.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's be
put the
real.
pads on. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. And then being like a childhood star is like, y'all were under a microscope.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Did you ever feel like, are you glad that like Neds happened for like cancel culture though?
Hell yeah. And we still managed to start a podcast and get some more canceling going. It's inescapable, but I'm glad it was not happening while I was.
Because imagine being like 12 and being canceled.
Man.
What?
Off of you just being you or having an opinion, perspective, like, nah.
Yeah, that'd be
These
crazy.
kids today, that's rough. My heart goes out to them.
And it's like, bro, we were never meant to know these many. Like, we were never meant to see these many people. We were never meant to like
the
hear
human
these
mind. Can't comprehend that. No.
Yes, like we were never meant to be able to see a million people's opinions every single day.
No, you work in just your tribe. Like, you maybe interact with 12 to 24 people, in a day. Now, millions of people, you post something up that triggers a bunch of folks, and now you got to hear all.
And then it's like, wait, what happened? What did I say?
What really did I? And it's tough because it's like mob mentality. It don't matter. Like, you come on here and try to justify yourself if you want to. We about to flame you.
And
Get
like,
on the grill.
It's like, apologize. It's like they want you to apologize, but then you do apologize. It's like, wait, actually, it's still you, though, bitch.
You blew it.
Wait, did y'all want an apology or not? What's really going on?
No.
But
they don't want the apology. They want to keep picking it apart.
Yeah, no, of course. They just, at the end of the day, everybody wants somebody to hate. And that's just how it goes.
Oh, yeah, no, I really had to say that to myself. Like, there's a lot of people dealing with rough issues in their own private lives. And for those couple, like, minutes that they get to, lay into somebody, it's like, yo, you signed up as a public figure. Go out there and get your ass in the public and let them throw these stones at you.
Yeah, and it's
if
like,
you want to play this.
It's par for the course.
Yeah, yeah.
It's par for the course. It happens to everybody, and it's gonna keep happening. And sometimes you just gotta be a punching bag. Cause like the problem that they might have with you probably ain't got shit to do with you at all.
Nope.
Like they just need somebody to be mad at, and you the donkey of the day.
Tough.
And it's your turn.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and either you build for it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can go hide if you want to. Go
yeah, and some people have, or you can just rise to the occasion. Okay. But I feel like that's how you separate, the good from the bad. Was there anybody on set that you ever avoided or you just didn't like, or y'all just got along?
Avoided. Ooh, Ned's Declassified. Nah, man, it was a cool set. I did not have trouble out of anybody but that teacher, like I told you.
But y'all packed her up, so.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
No issues, man. Not on Ned's, no.
Also, why was Ned's Declassified, like, the special effects better than every other show on Nickelodeon?
Yo,
what was up with the special effects team?
You know what? That's dope that you say that. I wouldn't even give them that credit, really.
But back in the day, though.
In the day, you're right. If you go back, we were the only ones really doing it. Like Phil.
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, y'all wore the wheels off that goddamn laugh track.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. The laugh track, dummies falling from the ceiling, and that's all attributed to the skill of our creator Scott Fellows, man, because he took chances on the humor. A lot of the other shows, they want it to be perfect. If the CGI don't look real, we don't want it. Scott's like, no, this shit is funny.
Yeah,
throw
it's
it in
low
there.
budget, and these are a bunch of kids. Who cares?
Yeah, and we were like a cartoon show too, so some of those cartoonish moments could only be achieved with a little bit of CGI, be it crude or not. They pulled it off.
It was fun.
Oh yeah.
So I see on your Valentine's episode, you were surrounded by a bunch of girls and that thought you had sent them roses, but you hadn't. Then you started sweating profusely. Were you really sweaty, or did they have to put water on you?
Yo, so they did this gag with me because I had the fro, right? You know, fro, you got a lot of tension up there. You know, the fro is a powerful thing. It can really hold on to stuff. So they had this contraption. It was like a water hose that had like 3 spokes, and so they poked it up through here, and these 3 spokes were just sitting like that in my afro, and it would just trickle out the water like that.
That's fucking insane.
So that's how they pulled it off.
Oh my God. So tell me, why did the show come to an end? It was such a great show.
Hey, things get canceled,
that's real.
It was time for it to go. We were getting older too.
No, wait. Y'all started to look, y'all and I started to look like middle schoolers.
You growing a beard. Like, we can't,
Who is this girl? You're an AAU basketball player.
That part. So it ran its course. And then, we didn't have to pull like Dan Snyder shows to kind of, keep it going after its expiration.
Because then after your dearly departed as a Declassified, rest in peace, so great show. Would you ever do a reboot where y'all were like the teachers?
Ooh, where we're the teachers? That's a very specific one. Would we do a reboot where we were the teachers? The talks we've been having recently, that's not the angle, but that's cool. Like, yeah, I would love to give
I feel like Ned's Declassified cast as like Abbott Elementary teachers.
That'll be
let me get in the writer's room.
I mean, no, run it. You might have some. Hey, you heard it here first.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get in the writer's room.
Turn up, Fannita.
Y'all as a teachers would be, because I feel like that would make more sense than y'all, like, because what else would y'all do if y'all did do Ned's Declassified?
No. The time for it to be college is like
Ned's Declassified schools, or like Ned's Declassified adult survivor guide, where we go through y'all's like adult life, and then it's y'all already got freaky.
Now you're talking. Now you're closer to what we're
you know what I'm saying? Because y'all whole cast already freaky as. Let me get in the episode. Let me get in the episode.
Turn up, run it. Hey, actually, we're working on something. I need a crazy girlfriend. You can be crazy.
Yeah,
you can crazy.
Well, you know I can be crazy.
You can. Okay.
you know I can be crazy.
Cookie and Fannita, let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
would that work
I
out?
can be crazy.
Turn up.
But I feel like an adult survivor guide.
Yeah.
And then because there's so much shit going on, and because I feel like, bro, and I'm just in my 20s, bro. There's so much every goddamn day.
Oh, you mean adulting?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, it don't let up. It don't let up.
Life be beating my ass.
Life be lifing.
Day in and day out.
And if it ain't this, it's that. Like, the bill keep coming.
And the bills don't stop.
No, rent. Oh yeah, we going up 15%.
Yeah, bro, $400.
I can't eat eggs no more. Like, come on, give me something. Damn.
I can't even buy a carton of milk.
Can I live?
But yeah, I think adult survivor
adult
guide.
Okay, so you down with the adult survivor guide? Cool.
Because I feel like, for one, like, I like adult shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids shows are cool or whatever, but like I don't really like when shows try to appease to like younger kids, because adults do watch TV.
Yeah,
like I want cussing and no shade.
Well, no, Ned, and it's gonna be a lot of that because the podcast especially.
I cussing and sucking.
I mean, there you go, bang bang, the survival guide to cussing, sucking, and
No, like let me be. I should be on the episode where I give like the sucking lesson because I suck a good dick.
Okay.
I suck a good dick.
Well, there you go.
I mean, me and Lindsay can go.
Cookie know how to pick them, baby. Oh, you say me and Lindsay? Hey, Lindsay, you got a partner.
You know
What's
what I'm
up?
saying? Me and her can go head to head.
That head to head. I love it.
Okay, so after
Unintended. Bang bang.
Head forehead.
Hey.
You give me head, then head home.
I mean, hey, yo, she got it, y'all. Man, sign her. She got
it. So after Neds, you went to Zeke and Luther.
Zeke and Luther, yeah.
Did you know how to skateboard?
I did. Coming from Mississippi though, like we didn't have paved roads where I was.
Southern black boy that knew how to skateboard?
I learned how to skate when I came out to California.
They westernized you.
They westernized me, man. I had to get with the culture, and especially in Long Beach, like you know.
Oh yeah, the Venice, yeah.
Oh yeah, that whole area, yeah. We some skaters down there, man. So yeah.
Was it hard for you to learn?
I mean, at first, yeah, it was something new to me. I had only been on like, you know, bikes, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, but you know, we just didn't have those paved roads like that.
Yeah.
You know,
so when you auditioned, you already knew how to skateboard, so that was easy.
Yeah, I did. As a matter of fact, I think when they cast me for it, I was bringing my skateboard to set for Ned's at the time, and one of the directors is who brought me over to Zeke and Luther and was like, yo, I think we got the perfect guy. He's already skating. Like, let's do it.
All right, we got him. How was it meeting Tony Hawk?
Oh, it was lit. Tony Hawk is cool, man. Laid back dude, like super chill.
How do you feel about your one friend that just got, just got released?
Just released from
Luther.
Yeah. My dog, Adam Hicks. We had him on the pod a little bit ago.
Do you feel like he's changed, or he, saying people make mistakes, man?
Oh yeah. People make mistakes, and I believe people can be redeemed.
And I think people deserve second chances.
Most people.
Well, not deserve, but
if you can act right, get your act together. Yeah. And it's hard. Like my heart goes out. Like I say, like the entertainment industry for kids can be rough, and those expectations
and
are
I also
crazy.
feel like sometimes like you are a product of your environment, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people go through a lot of things that they just don't ever like take care of, and then the shit just boils over into some crazy shit.
You
know what I mean? And I do feel like a lot of people, well, some people do just make a genuine mistakes, or they, you know what I'm saying? And then also think about it, you're a childhood star, money getting tight, and you already had a taste of the life.
Yeah, and you want to keep it going. That's the tough thing.
You know what I'm saying?
When you don't have like family to fall back on to, and sometimes it's not even just family, but family that chose to make good decisions that can be your crutch. Because I done bumped my head, a couple times, like nothing, far-fetched. But if I didn't have family in some of those circumstances, I'm like, what would that then have pushed me to do? So that snowball effect.
That's how I feel about when people grow up in the hood. When people like grow up in the hood and they start selling drugs and then they start committing robberies. You're a product of your environment. And so like I understand that. I don't think all people that commit crimes are like inherently bad. Like sometimes you really just do what you got to do. Like if I grew up like that, like and then also when you're in situations like that, there is no like tunnel. There is no light. Like you only seeing like your next day. You're not looking towards
survival.
You're not looking towards the future. You're not looking to see, oh my God, maybe if I do this long term, hell no. The rent got to get paid today. Your mom's working 3-4 jobs. She not at home. Rent still due. You need to eat. You got 7 siblings in the house. You gonna do what it takes.
Yeah, and it's tough when you see some people who have made it out via that method, and you're like, okay, let me try that. But it's like most end up getting caught in the rat trap.
Okay, so what was some of the difference between working on Disney XD and Nickelodeon? Was Disney XD fun?
Disney XD. I mean, yeah, it was fun because I think they were trying to be bold. Like the network wanted to target like younger boys, and so it had an edgier approach. I got to do a lot of skating. Got to go to the X Games a lot, and the people that I was interested in, like all the extreme sports players, I got to meet them, so that was cool. Ned's and Nickelodeon was just slapstick humor, which I love. So I love what they cultivated there. Had the most fun on Ned's just because I was a kid.
Yeah.
Zeke and Luther, I was older. I'm dealing with the politics of it all, and
then you got like real shit happening. So it's like it just takes you out of the whimsy.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, and I'm missing out on. So Zeke and Luther, I had moved back to Mississippi. Like after Ned's, I was like, I just want to,
get out of the LA life.
Down. Yeah, get back. I went back playing football. It had led my team to the bowl and everything.
Oh,
and the day of, I'm sorry, I said the bowl to the finals.
Yeah.
The day of the finals of the first finals game, I got the call that they were gonna need me to come back, so I got to play just one, and then head back, and I got the word that my team had lost.
No.
Yeah, so that was whack. But
yeah, but hey, money calls.
I mean, yeah, at that time,
Get somebody off the bench.
I mean, hey, get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, I got to get to it. So you're also like the second guest I've ever had from Glee. How the hell did you get on Glee?
I mean, just
the Hollywood shit.
Yeah, it just is what it is. You never know. When they'll be like, okay, he's our guy for this.
Okay. And so talk to me about you, Devin, and Lindsay's podcast. So y'all have all been friends for years, and y'all have stayed consistent friends.
No.
Oh.
I mean, no, well, not.
Give me the tea.
Like, it depends on friends. Like, it's always been love. But we did have to go on our own little journeys and do what we needed to do. Me and Dev a lot closer, but Lindsay and I, we were. It's always been love. We just weren't.
Y'all weren't besties.
We weren't besties, but we spent every day of like our lives in that schoolroom together, just the three of us. So we were super close, but not somebody I'm like, hey, yo, you wanna, go to this club?
But then also as like getting older, like you know what I'm saying, like life happens, and then you're not gonna be as close as you were when you were kids.
That part, and then Devin and Lindsay had their little falling out, like. I want to say like 4 years after Ned's, or maybe 2, I don't know, something like that. But so because that happened, there was a little bit of a
rift. She's
going her way, and okay, if you rocking with him, then it's hard to.
Okay, the politics of
Yeah, but it's always been love. I mean, those guys are some of my my best friends, to be honest. Like, and they helped me stay a little bit anchored. I got my family first for me. But those guys are like we're really close. Yeah, they're family to me. Like, I want to see them do well. Yeah. And any endeavor they're looking to do, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm there for you. Let me know how I can support, and we'll do it. So when Devin came to me and was like, yo, let's get this pod going, I was reluctant because I wasn't even doing social media and stuff like that. And I was like, is Lindsay down? Is she actually gonna pull up? He's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, if you got let's run it. Yeah.
How's it been? You like being a podcast host?
It's been cool. It's been an element of consistency for me too. Recently, we had to figure out a lot of, like I say, illegal stuff and work some stuff out. Blessed to have been working with Podco, because they ended up figuring that all out for us. Christy Carlos Romano, beautiful person. Brendan, learned a lot from him. He invested in like my studio and stuff, like got me a bunch of equipment. So we're cool there. It's just money, like, in podcasting, you need everybody to be able to eat, and they weren't really able to eat with the business model that we had. And then we're like, yeah, we prefer to own all of it if you can accommodate that.
Honestly, we don't want to give y'all a penny. If it has to be like that.
But they were the best people to try and negotiate that with, and they understood, because Christy comes from a entertainment background too, So it was all amicable and everything, and now we're seeing where the waters take us.
Do you feel like being a podcast host makes you more conversational now?
A little bit, especially working with Devin and Lindsay, because they're all about digging deep into this shadow work and really figuring out your life and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm a executor. I like to do things. I don't really like to talk about it, but being on the podcast, you end up having to talk a lot.
All right, let's get into some juicy stuff. What's your dating life like? I want to know. Are you dating?
Dating life, man.
Are you on the apps? Like, when's the last time you been on a date? Who'd you fuck last week? Like,
man, I'm just a chill guy.
You're just a chill guy.
I'm just a chill guy. I over the Thanksgiving break, November 30th, Independence Day, I'm single.
Wait, you just got out of a relationship?
Just got out of a relationship.
Oh, so that is
shouldn't have been in. No, I'm talking
that
about
was
love. I love all my exes.
So that was a bad timing for that question.
Yeah.
Oh, how long y'all date?
Ooh, I don't know if I should go into too much detail on that. Yeah.
Oh, because people might be able to connect the dots.
Yeah, might be like, okay, so he talking about.
Was she also like famous?
No. I didn't. I hadn't done that. I kind of had like a rule not to.
Okay, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So. Well, I guess you just got out of it, so you're not even looking, huh?
No. You fellas, take your time.
Yeah, you gonna chill for a little bit.
Man, it's tough. Love, man. Where I'm at now, I kind of want to
stay here for a while.
Yeah.
Being alone is kind of lit.
Being alone, yeah.
Like, sometimes, like, cause I got a relationship this year too, and it's like, never again. Like, I mean, obviously I want to date somebody and get married and have a family, but like right now I'm in my prime.
Yeah, don't put yourself on the back burner for nobody, because there's so many, and we all dealing with our own like individual traumas and stuff like that. I know the work I've done on myself, but when you incorporate somebody else and the stuff that bothers them, like it'll end up changing you. Like you can't bring the same people around because those energies are gonna interact negatively. They might have issues with their family. They see you with your family and it brings stuff up, and now you gotta hear about it, and all I want to do is make this goddamn turkey. Leave me alone, so
damn. Wait, so y'all broke up after Thanksgiving? Was it like, did something happen at Thanksgiving?
Just
okay, she was
bubbling up.
She wasn't vibing with the fam.
I was having too much fun, and then I kept looking over, and I'm like, why is this person ruining my vibe? I can't deal with it, but yeah.
Here's my thing, man.
Don't yuck my yum.
Yeah, don't
Especially
yuck my
not
yum.
my family. I can't do that.
Don't yuck my yum, and then also it's like, here's my thing. Let's say we beefing. If you know we beefing, and you were invited to a family gathering, or I'm about to have my friends over, and we beefing, and you cannot fake the funk, why are you still coming?
Don't come.
Don't come.
Yo, I mean, it's messed up. You know what I'm saying? And we never say that in the bedroom, but it's out of pocket to show up when you're not your best self.
When you're not your best self, and you're around my family.
Yeah.
And now you are, because you are a reflection of me.
You talking that talk. I like the way you talk. You understand. You get it.
Because you are a reflection of me. So now
in this moment,
and now everybody's talking about me, essentially, because they talking about you.
Yeah.
And you are the company I keep.
And I would be a reflection of you in your scenario. But right now, this is the domain.
The type of person I am, if I'm around your friends or your family, I'm on my best behavior.
Ready to play that
Because I
part.
want everybody to be like, oh my God, he chose somebody so great and perfect, and Fannita is the one. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, fake the funk. Like, even if I was mad at my boyfriend, I'm at his family's Thanksgiving, okay, we just gonna be fake today.
We just gonna be fake today. Hey, there you go. Sometimes you gotta act. Some people aren't actors though, Some people want to wear their trauma and emotions on
But
their
I also feel like people like that. You just want attention. You want everybody at the gathering to be like, oh my God, what's wrong?
Are you okay?
What
and I'm
happened?
like, no, I don't.
And you're like, hold on, I don't want to talk about it, but okay, so here's what happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, this is not about you.
Man.
I hate people like that.
Also, just work is like tough when you have someone that wants to go to the things you do. Like me, I'll travel for like work if I got a directing gig.
But you don't need to go.
You don't need to go. As a matter of fact, it's unprofessional. And then I gotta, especially if you're not able to get in line with my motion, like what I'm doing. If I'm greeting these people, these executives with positive energy, don't articulate how you dislike something that they are associated with or something like that. Like, just dial it back. Let me operate in my business, or don't come. Like,
or be seen and not heard.
It hurts, like, and I don't want it, because
it
some
does
people
hurt. But at the end of the day, this is a business, and you have like, again, and then also especially being Black entertainers,
it's already hard. Yeah,
it's already hard.
Yeah,
and people in the industry will look for any reason to say you're hard to work with.
Yeah.
And by association, even if somebody I don't know, the person you brought was rude. I don't know if they're a good fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is he gonna bring them around again?
They're looking for anything anyway.
Yeah.
So the people you bring around, especially, need to all be on the same page and the same wavelength as you, or they make you look bad.
Yeah.
And perception is everything, and optics are everything.
Yeah. But I'll take my own blame for allowing so much. How do I say it? Just the pooling of resources, the pooling of energy, and allowing someone to think that they have a right to be with me on everything. So now I'm super like just individual.
Also, I feel like a lot of people that date, because I mean, I'm not on your level, but like, me and my friends were like influencers and shit, and like we be dating.
Y'all killing, y'all doing your thing.
And like a lot of the times, it's like my ex was like super toxic and controlling and hated the social media shit. But a lot of the times, it's like we talk about it. Some people just can't grasp it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some people feel the need. Like, I feel like if you are insecure, and you don't have to be insecure, but if you have a problem with your significant other having friends of the opposite sex, perhaps, or being in the limelight, or having to talk to other people, or talk to other men, talk to women, you know what I'm saying? You should not date them. Pick
according to your preference.
Yes, pick according to your preference, because a lot of people, especially when it comes to like people in the limelight, once they get us, now they're trying to take us away.
Back to it. Yeah, it's tough trying to pull you back down to earth. And it's like, it's okay. Like, being grounded is good, but don't try to take away the very thing. But then
it goes from like being grounded to now you trying to sabotage me.
Yo, I mean, talk about it. Like, it's weird. I've been in situations where there's like, oh, I'm gonna let the internet know what you
like. What?
Let me
you
pull
gotta
out
go.
my phone so you can.
Dead ass. And y'all don't know what it's like to really have somebody say that to you dead ass. Like,
It's
oh, wait,
wild.
if I made a video, huh?
Like, why would that pop up in your head?
And the thing
Why would you
is,
fix your mouth
that
to say
just
that?
let me know. That just let me know from the moment we started dating or we started interacting, you done had this little. I got my trump card if anything happens.
Always, yep.
And it's like, first of all, you ain't got no followers, so who's gonna believe you? That's what I
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's
make
tough.
your video. It's gonna get 3 views. It's gonna be you, your mom, and your sister.
Jesus.
Who cares?
Cold
But it's like,
world.
but that's crazy though.
Yeah. And I'm sending
it's like, you hate
love
me.
to all of them. but-
Like you hate me.
No, at that point, yeah, it's like, yeah, when you want to subtract from things I've worked for,
or
then that's a
ruin
real
my
issue.
entire livelihood.
Yeah.
You gotta go. As soon as anybody like I'm talking to or dealing with brings up like my social media or their internet, like, that shit turns me off. Like that's
Oh
cut
yeah,
off. You're
yeah,
cut.
no, yeah,
You're cut. You're gone.
Interact with me as a person. I don't want to hear it. Like, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then folks want you to post them. Hey, can you make your profile picture a picture of me? No, I can't. Mm-mm.
No, I understand. Like, here's my thing though. I get it. Like, okay, now that I've been in it, I would probably never post my significant other unless we were
Why?
dating for like years or like. I guess we wanted to capitalize on our relationship and make a couples channel, but otherwise it's
Yeah,
like
it's not work. It's not the
and
problem.
especially
Yeah.
if he doesn't do content, there's no reason for anybody to ever see what my boyfriend looks like.
No.
Because as soon as I show y'all my boyfriend and then the public starts getting into your relationship.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then if you have a person that's not used to the limelight and they start seeing comments and they start reading
Oh.
this shit,
It'll
all
tear
hell
them
about to
up. It'll tear them up.
Oh my, if I could explain it, it tears and it'll be something like so mild.
Yeah, that you already got over because we done been dragged through this,
Yeah.
internet mud, but they don't know, so they don't know how to react, and then they mad at you.
And then now they in the comments, now they going back and forth, and now they blowing the whole spot up. Well, actually, like, no, shut up.
Just shut
shut
get
up.
out of this life. Just
You
stay
know what I'm
out.
saying? Oh my God, Daniel,
Wow. Yeah.
it has been amazing having you.
Yeah, it's been epic. Turn up, bottoms up. Go ahead,
Bottoms
get your
up.
drink. We didn't even
Cheers.
drink none. I drank my coffee.
Well,
Bottoms
yeah,
up.
I'm fasting right now.
How did you come up with the name Bottoms Up?
I don't even know. It was just like I was in a meeting one day and I was like, I'm gonna call it Bottoms Up.
Okay, turn up.
Bottoms Up with Fannita. That's it. Daniel, do you have anything exciting coming up that people can look for?
No. Anything specific, man? No, just be on the lookout for other like music projects with Win Records. We just finished an arena show with DeVito in ATL, so that was lit.
That's dope.
I've been doing a lot with Win Records. Shout out to them. This is my first time directing with Snoop with Win Records. Khadijah, shout out her.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we're continuing to plug away at that, man. So.
And where can people find you?
Instagram. You can just search my name, Daniel Curtis Lee.
Yep.
I think some underscores in there sometimes.
It's verified. You'll be able to find him.
You'll find me.
And then make sure y'all stream his podcast.
Hey,
Both of them.
yeah.
He's getting to the counter.
I mean, you're aiming for it, you know what I'm saying? But you got to keep them brand deals going. It is a business, so guys, do not slack on your marketing and your business, man. Get the branding going for yourself if you guys are creators.
Period. And it's been me, your sexy black host.
Hey.
You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Fannita. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Pastor Bedtime YouTube channel. And this has been another episode, you funky bitches. I love you guys so much, and we will see you next Monday.
Wow.